How's your morning?
Good.
Yeah.
Got to run. Yeah.
You get a lot done?
Yeah. I was in the Word. Started reading Ezra. Never read Ezra before. Didn't know Ezra existed. That's right. I said it. I'm sitting there flipping through the Bible. I said, "Okay, God, what do you want me to read?" Ezra. Who is Ezra? Have a spot. We got a spot. Okay, so here's what we're thinking. All right.
That's my natural hair.
Oh, what?
Yeah. That's how it used to be.
Because a lot of people are like, ooh, McIntyre laughs a lot.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
What McIntyre do you know?
When I first started working for him, and he would come in, and then, we'd talk about serious stuff, and then it's like, all of a sudden the comedy switch comes on, and then everyone's cracking up.
I think God gave us a great sense of humor to deal with tense times, and I think laughter is really healthy. Just as crying is. I think crying and laughter, I think they're two emotions that are cathartic. Except after I cry, my eyes turn into, I look like E.T. Yeah, it's called MFC. Not so much about the label. So we're gonna go have a visit with him this morning at the corporate headquarters, AKA Starbucks. They don't put that on there. It's all, and here's one thing I don't understand, is why do people keep taking pictures of their food? Stop it! Okay? Nobody cares about what you eat, okay? Some of you millennials out there, God love you. I think you guys are brilliant, pure genius in this new electronic age and this technology of marketing, social media. But man, stop taking pictures of your food. I love food, man. I like protein, baby. I like to eat. Dylan. So, man, how do we make money? How are we gonna help you? How's it going? Have you thought about making this an affinity product with another company that you guys could work together on? And I know that this is probably not where you want to be with this, but tied into an MLM nutritional program with somebody else. Because to launch an MLM is expensive. Okay, just the software alone is crazy expensive. But there might be an affiliation that you can connect with and say, hey, look, you guys are doing whatever you're doing. Maybe it's and you probably know this space much better than I do, but something with health and nutrition, could be vitamins, Have you thought about trying to partner with somebody else that's already in the demographic that you're in? No. So you might want to think about that, because it could be an easier way for you to get to penetrate that marketplace and not having to write big checks for everything, I mean, if you had a budget, and got some PR, a good PR from $4 or $5 grand a month, but you get on TV and you get on radio and stuff like that. But it's a process. You got to run that for about 6 months, to get some traction. Sure. It's just expensive. And I don't know where your budget is on this thing, but if you don't have that kind of money, and I would try what I would do. The easiest thing, because I think your packaging's cool. It's a little busy for me, but maybe that's the market. I mean, everybody. It seems like it looks like a tractor pull sometimes. The marketing, but that maybe that's your demographic. They like loud, strong, bold things. I think the packets are excellent. I think the material that you use is excellent. It's just there's a lot of worded verbiage on it for me. And again, I'm probably not your demographic, but I would find a vitamin deal, something that you're not competing with, but you could add to whatever they have and piggyback that with them, especially if you could just plow this into their down run. You put together a simple business plan. You don't need something that looks like it came from Wharton. Okay, just a simple business plan, and make a pitch. You've got connections. You've got some really good connections. God's teed you up for this. You just need to swing the golf club, man. And I think, don't be afraid to swing. Because sometimes we're afraid we're going to miss. It's okay. Good meet.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Hey, come out of here, because you're in here, and come into here. But perseverance, I think it's probably one of the biggest things that the lack thereof that wrecks most entrepreneurs, most small businesses, is perseverance. And sometimes it's out of their control, and maybe because they didn't have the capital or the funding, but a lot of times it's they don't have the stomach for it. And most entrepreneurs go out there and they got these great ideas, and maybe they got a few dollars, but all of a sudden, it gets into 3 years and they haven't made money, and they're losing their confidence. And unless they have good coaching, unless they have somebody to say, hey man, get on the rocket with me, come on, I'll take you to the next level, and constantly putting that positive information in there and reminding them of who they are in His kingdom, even if they're not believers, but still reminding them of what they can do. It's hard, and because the world has all the people out there, the naysayers, the negative people, the ones that that want to bring you down in their stuff. Just and I've told this to people. I've coached people that have made millions of dollars, and I tell them, I said, because they were struggling for so long, and all of a sudden now they have a windfall. Now their ship, so to speak, came in and it all hit, and all of a sudden their account's got $5 million in it. First thing is don't tell anybody. That's right, I said it. And they say, well, yeah, but I want to share the wealth. And I said, that's all good, but but also you got to be careful, because what happens is a lot of times you build up resentment, and you build up jealousies, and you build up the comparison demonic. And so I tell them, listen, it's good to bless people, it's good to help people, especially that we're helping you, but do it altruistically. Do it without them knowing you're doing it. Unless obviously you owe somebody money, you got to pay them back the money. But the other thing is too is your circle, your trust circle. Kind of like Meet the Fockers when it talks about are you inside the circle of trust? That circle should be pretty tight, and there's only a few people in there. Especially if you're a believer, have other believers in there. When you do have that success, I always tell people, don't change your lifestyle for a minimum of 6 months. 6 months. That doesn't mean you can't buy extra groceries, or it doesn't mean you can't pay off a credit card. But going out there and buying the boat, or buying a airplane, guilty, and buying these things, new cars. 6 months. Give yourself 6 months to really do things. First things first. Tithe is when the going gets tough. The tough get going, and it's so true to stick it out. But you need people around that believe the same way that you believe, or at least will tell you positive things. And they'll also tell you when it's time to cut bait. Sometimes it is time to, it's time to fish, or it's time to cut bait. And you need people around you that love you enough that it's a lot to go over on perseverance, because it's the key, baby. It's one of the keys. With your faith, with your marriage, with your business, with your workout, perseverance.